Okay.
So Olivia, you've finished 5th grade, right? And you're heading to middle school this year. And which school are you going to go to in Verona?
Edgeridge.
Oh, awesome. Excited about that?
Kind of.
A little hard for summer to end, but probably pretty exciting to go to middle school too, right? A little scary, a little exciting, a little both?
I like summer.
You like summer. I think a lot of us do.
Yeah.
All right, so Olivia, I'm just going to ask you some questions and ask you to do some things with numbers. And if you know an answer automatically, it's okay for you to just tell me. If you need to do some figuring out, then if you could kind of think out loud so that I can understand and the people watching can know how you're solving problems, that would be great, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is simply read what's on my card, okay? So can you read that number for me, Olivia?
0.129.
Okay, and that's definitely one way that you could read it. When I hear 0.129, it's kind of taking each digit at a time.
Yeah.
Is there another way you could read it that would think of that number as one whole, one number altogether?
0.129.
Okay.
Or 0.129.
Okay. And let me, my got out of order. Can you read that one for me, please?
38.906.
Any other way to read that one?
38.906.
Okay. And this one, please?
452.14. Or 14.
And this one?
452.6. No, that's not right.
You can go back and self-correct. If you think
that.
there's a mistake, you can always go back and change your mind.
I know it. It's not coming to my mind. This is thousands place, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can always have as much time as you need to think, or if you're getting to the point where you've thought and you're not sure, you can say, I don't know, or give me your best idea.
I'm going with
No worries, just your best idea is great.
452 point um, 6.
Okay. And this one?
0.122 or 122.
Okay, and the last one?
0.4.
Okay. This time, Olivia, I would like you to take these same numbers that you just read for me and put them in order from smallest to largest. So
Okay.
one long line. All right, and so that the people watching can know how you did it, could you point and read those in the order that you put them?
0.122, 0.129, 0.4, 0.3, oh, 38.906, 452.6, or what?
Yeah, or
I don't like
I know you think that's not right, but thank you for doing it anyway.
452.14.
Thank you. We totally understand that you're not sure about that. Do we have somebody joining us? Hello? All right. Maybe
guess
they came
not.
in and realized we were busy. All right, this time would you read me, what does that say?
0.65 plus 0.95.
And can you work that out, please, Olivia? Think out loud for us.
Okay. think out loud. So I would do point plus like that 0.05
Okay.
to 95 is 1, and then I would do plus 0.6. I would get 1.6.
All right. Thanks for thinking out loud. And can you read this one, please?
3/4 plus blank equals 2 and 2.5.
And can you work that out, please, Olivia?
Sorry, I'm thinking in my head.
Do you mind thinking out loud, even if you have to change your
I
mind?
got
It's
this,
okay.
I got this.
Okay, I bet you do.
Okay. So I would do plus another 4th is 1. And then there's like 4, well there's another whole, which
Okay.
is 4/4. So 5/4, and then, which is 2. And then the plus that one starting. And then there's, I would do 2 more 4ths. And then I would get 7/4 because 3/4 plus 1/4 equals a whole, and then 4 more 4ths, which is 5, and then 2 more 4ths,
Okay.
which is a half. So then 7/4. And then I'm gonna reduce it so it's a proper fraction.
Okay.
One and 3/4.
All right. Great thinking. There was a lot going on, so I just want to make sure that I understand exactly what you did. So you started with your 3/4, and you said if I put 1 more 4th with it, that would get me to 1 whole.
Yeah.
So far you had 1/4.
Yes.
And then you knew you wanted to add kind of another 4/4
Yeah.
to that,
Which
because
would be
that would be another
2.
whole that you needed, right?
Which is 2, and then there would be 5/4. And then to get to a half, it's 2/4.
Ah, that's the part I wanted to make sure about. 1/2 is the same as 2/4, so when you had your 5/4 and your 2 more 4ths, that's how you got your 7/4, and then you switched it.
Yeah.
Nicely explained, thank you. And read that one for me, Olivia.
3 and 1/4 minus 1 and 1/6.
And you don't have to use it, but if you would like to, since the numbers are getting a little more complicated, if writing something or drawing something would help you solve, you're welcome to do that.
Okay.
So how are you going to solve that one? Did you already read it out loud, I think?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I feel like you find a common denominator, but I know that's addition.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you do that for subtraction too. I'm gonna try it and see.
Okay. So if you could kind of think out loud as you're writing, just so the camera knows. So what did you decide to do for your common denominator?
I decided to make it 12.
Okay.
So then 3 and 1/4 would turn into 3 and 3/12
Okay.
minus 1 and 2/12. And then
And before you keep going, how did you know that 3/12 was the same as 1/4?
because you times 4 by 3 to get to 12, so then you have to do that same thing to the 1
How come you have to do that?
to make them like even,
Okay.
or I don't know the word, but like even, I guess.
Okay. And then how did you know that 1/6 was the same as 2/12?
Because you had to times 6 by 2, and then you did that to 1 too.
Okay.
And then it would equal 2 and 1/12 is what I got.
Okay. And how did you do that part?
And then I did the 3 minus 1 is 2, and then 3/12 minus 2/12 is 1/12.
All right. Great. Thank you so much. Let's put these back. And I think for right now, we could probably slide the pencil and paper up there, and if we need it again, we'll grab it. Now this next part, again, if you know them automatically, you can tell me. If you need to think out loud, by all means do so. So, tell me about that problem. What would be the answer, Olivia?
So I would do 30 divided by 3, which is 10, and then 9 divided by 3, which is 3, so 13.
Okay. And can you either tell me that one or think out loud if you need to solve it?
12. Yes. Thank you. I was thought of multiplication for a second, but I realized, yeah.
Okay, and quick or tell me how?
44.
And how did you know it was 44, just so I know, but I'm glad you told me fast because you knew it so fast.
44 double is 88, and then 88 minus half of it is 44.
Okay. And quick if you know it or think out loud.
31.
Tell me how you know it's 31.
Okay, so I got 12 divided by 4 is 3, but then since there's a 0 at the end of it, it's 30, and then 4 goes into 4 once, so 31.
Okay. And this one, quick or think out loud.
3 goes into 30 10 times, and then there's 12 left over, so then there's 14.
You broke that apart nicely. Made it very efficient, didn't it, to find that. All right. Next, I've got a story that I'm just going to say out loud for you, and you can solve it. We've got Molly, and she ran 1 5/10 miles each day, and she did that for 20 days. I want to know, how many miles did she run altogether? So 1 5/10
1 5
for 20 days. Think out loud for me.
So it's 1.5 miles every day.
Okay.
So then there would be 1.5. I would do 1 times 20,
Okay.
and then a half times 20, which will be 10.
And
Since
so-
it's not a full 1,
Gotcha.
it's like half of it.
And even though you probably just assumed what's 1 times 20 is?
1 times 20 is 20.
Okay, and then the 1/2 times 20 you said is half of that's of 10?
Yeah, it's 10. And then it would be 30 miles
All right,
in 20 days.
gotcha. Can you read that one for me, Olivia?
163.4 divided by 10.
Can you work that out or tell me what the answer would be?
Could I use the paper?
Absolutely.
I think I remember doing this on the map test. It's like something like this.
Okay.
It's like 163. And then I think I remember learning this in school. I think if you move the decimal over here, and then you have to move, like make it 100. So then there's really 1,634 divided by 100, and then I'll solve that. Oopsies. And there's 634 left. And then when 634, 100 goes into 600 6 times, so that's 600. And then there's 34 left over. And then I think if you put it here, then I feel like there's a decimal in there.
So right now you wrote, after you kind of did the standard algorithm, you wrote that 1,634 divided by 100 is 16, remainder 34.
Yeah.
Okay, but now you're saying something about, you think
Decimal
there's a
since
decimal?
this.
So is there anything else you want to tell me? Will the decimal do anything there, or are you all finished?
I think you might put one, instead of the remainder, it might be 0.34 or 34.
And why would that work that way?
Because it's 163.4 out of 10 now.
So you went back to the original problem?
10.
Mm-hmm.
And it can't be that big of a number since there's a decimal in it.
No.
And then that's what I got.
Okay.
16.34.
All right.
There's 34.
Thank you, Olivia. We've got two last questions. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Where should I put that? I can
Yeah,
do that.
okay.
All right. Can you read this for me, please?
I have 2 pounds of hamburger meat. Each hamburger uses 1/4 of a pound. How many hamburgers can I make?
Work that one out. Work that out loud.
So there's out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Should have known. Okay.
That's
So-
always the way we do it, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so you can make. I'm going with 8 right now, but I will explain it.
Okay.
Because then, if there's 1/4 and there's 2, like pounds, you have 2 pounds of it.
Yeah.
Then 1/4 would be 1. 2/4, 2. 3/4, 4. I'm sorry, I'm confused now. 1/4 of a pound would be one of them. 2/4, 3/4, 4/4, which is 1 pound. And then you double that, and I already have 4, so that would be 8.
Because you've got that second pound.
Mhm.
Makes sense to me. And the last one today is whoops, I already did that one. Where did I put it? Here we go. Here's the last one to read, Olivia.
James baked 3 kinds of cookies. He used 3/4 cup of sugar for each kind. How much sugar did he use altogether? So it's not quite going to be 3 cups of sugar, or 3 cups of sugar.
What made you say that?
Because it's not quite a cup of sugar for each cookie, like
Okay.
each kind of cookie.
Gotcha.
So then it would be, plus 1/4. No, that's not how I'm going to do it. I would probably do, since there's going to be 2. Okay, so okay. So I would add 3 of 3/4 together,
Okay.
which would be 9/4,
Gotcha.
since they're all the same common denominator. And then I would put that into a proper fraction,
Okay.
which would be 2 and 1/4.
And how did you do that switch?
Because there was 8 and 9, since 9 is bigger than 8. So then there's at least 2, since 4 goes into 8 twice.
So there's
and then
2
there's
whole
1
things
left over.
and 1 left over. All right, that explains it really well. Thank you so much, Olivia. That was awesome thinking out loud. Let me just turn this on.
Okay.